Zeno's Paradox. Imagine chasing something you can never catch, no matter how fast you run. What if progress itself is just an endless illusion? You're fast, faster than anyone alive. Your strides eat distance like fire consumes paper. And yet, you're still behind. In this race, your opponent isn't a champion. It's a tortoise, slow, calm, deliberate. But to make it fair, the tortoise gets a small head start. You begin to run. In no time, you reach the point where the tortoise started. But by then, it has moved a bit further. You run again, faster, and reach that new point. But the tortoise has moved again. Just a little. Always just a little further. Each time you reach where it was, it has already advanced. And in theory, this goes on forever. No matter how fast you are, you're always chasing a shadow. Always slicing space into infinite fragments that never truly end. This is Zeno's Paradox, a simple story that questions motion itself. It asks, if space and time can be divided infinitely, can motion even exist? Can anything truly arrive? Or are we just illusions, chasing endpoints we'll never reach? What if progress, success, even healing, are all tortoises we never catch? Maybe it's not about arrival. Maybe it never was. The twin paradox. What if time flowed differently for you and your twin? What if years could pass for one, while moments passed for the other? There were once two brothers, twins, born moments apart, grew up together, identical in every way, but one of them was curious, restless, obsessed with the stars. So one day he left, climbed aboard a ship that could bend time itself, traveling near the speed of light, while his brother remained on Earth, grounded by gravity and routine. In space, time moved normally, or so it felt. Days passed, then months, then years. The traveler saw galaxies spiral, stars collapse. He drifted through cosmic silence, and finally, he returned. But when the ship landed, something was wrong. He stepped out and saw his brother, old, frail, a lifetime etched into his face. He had only been gone for a few years, but to his brother, decades had passed. They had once been the same age. Now, one was young, the other old. Same DNA, same origin, but time had treated them differently. This is the twin paradox, a consequence of Einstein's theory of relativity. It tells us that time is not constant. It bends, it stretches, it slows down the faster you move. To the twin on Earth, life marched forward, second by second, but to the one in motion, time curled inward like a dream. And both experiences were right. So what is time, really? A ruler? A heartbeat? Or just a perspective? Warped by speed, altered by gravity. If time isn't fixed, what does that mean for memory, aging, destiny? Maybe the question isn't how much time you have. Maybe it's how fast you're moving when it tries to catch you. The grandfather paradox. What if you could travel back in time and erase your own existence before you were even born? Could you survive your own undoing? Time travel was never meant to feel real, but here you are, in the past, in a world that smells of old metal, cold rain, and cigarette smoke. Your hands tremble, not from fear, but from weight. A weight not even gravity can explain. Because today, you've come to kill your grandfather. You've seen the photos, the damage, the legacy of pain he left behind. A man who abandoned your mother, who set fire to the chain of events that became your family's trauma. You tell yourself it's justice, closure, prevention. But the closer you get, the more reality begins to bend. There he is, young, laughing, unaware. You raise the weapon. But then, a question uncoils inside you like a serpent. If you kill him, do you vanish on the spot? Because if he dies before he has children, your mother is never born. And if she's never born, neither are you. So who pulled the trigger? Who stood here with this decision? And if you don't exist, then your grandfather was never killed, which means he did have children, and you were born, and you did come back to kill him. Do you feel it? The loop? The glitch in logic? You're both the cause and the effect. The snake swallowing its own tail. So what happens next? Does the universe collapse? Do you split reality in two? Does time correct itself? Or does it break? The grandfather paradox doesn't just question time travel. It questions the very idea of causality, the logic that holds our world together. It asks, can you ever outrun the events that made you? Or are you forever chained to the consequences of existence itself? The Bootstrap Paradox. Can something exist without ever being created? A mystery trapped in time. A loop with no beginning or end. You find a book, not just any book, a strange leather-bound volume with no title, no author, no date. It's old, but not worn. Familiar, yet impossible. Inside are ideas you've never seen before, knowledge far ahead of its time, writings that answer questions you didn't even know how to ask. You read, you study, you absorb. Eventually, you publish it. The world listens, applauds. You're remembered as the author, the mind behind it all. Years pass, you grow older, and one day, you travel back in time. Not for fame, not for glory, just for curiosity. And when you arrive, you place that same book on a stranger's doorstep. Your younger self. The loop is closed, but something's wrong. Something gnaws at the edge of your mind. Where did the book actually come from? You didn't write it. You only copied it. Your younger self didn't write it either. He only received it. So who wrote it? Where did the knowledge begin? The book exists, without a point of origin, a self-created object, an echo trapped in time. This is the Bootstrap Paradox, a crack in logic, a knot in cause and effect. Can something exist without being created? Can information arise from nothing, simply by being passed between past and future? What if your greatest idea wasn't yours at all? What if inspiration is just a loop, repeating forever, with no beginning and no end? The Ship of Theseus. If everything that makes you slowly changes, are you still the same person? What if the very thing you call you is just an illusion? For centuries she sailed, the Ship of Theseus, a marvel of craftsmanship. Her sails caught the wind like wings. Her hull, carved from ancient trees, glided effortlessly across endless seas. She was more than just wood and rope. She was a symbol of exploration, of endurance, of time itself. But time doesn't spare even legends. One by one, her planks began to rot. A beam here, a panel there. Each was replaced, carefully, faithfully, not all at once, but slowly, over decades. No one noticed when the first original piece was gone, or the second, or the 100th, until, one day, not a single piece of the original ship remained. And yet, she still sailed, still bore the same name, still carried the same legacy. Was she still the Ship of Theseus? Now imagine this. A collector, obsessed with history, had saved every single piece removed from the original, stored them, preserved them, and in time rebuilt the ship, plank by plank, using only the original wood. Now there are two, one with continuity and one with authenticity. Which is the real Ship of Theseus? Is it the one that changed gradually, never ceasing to sail? Or the one rebuilt from the very matter that first touched the ocean? And if you can't decide, ask yourself this. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago? Not a single cell in your body is the same. Your beliefs have shifted. Memories have faded. Desires have evolved. So, who are you? Are you the sum of your memories? The continuity of your choices? Or just a moving echo of someone who no longer exists? And if we can't answer that, can we ever truly say we know who we are at all?